the hurricane is over. Before you know it, we're gonna stand on top with our hands in the sky. Gonna raise our cup to the stadium lights for the glory, for the glory. We celebrate with the city tonight. Hear the hometown cheer, it's the ultimate high for the glory. We do it for the glory.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Week 6 of the 2018 LOL Varsity League Spring Term. We'll be your shoutcasters for this next game. I'm Atlas. With me is Chisto.
Yeah, ayun nga, papasok na tayo dito sa pangatlong game of the day. Previously, we saw the first game. It was between UPD and Adamson. Adamson keeping their playoff hopes alive. And then the next one, Bulso against TUP, giving Adamson even more hope. Pero moving on to this next game, not as heavy of an implication, but DLSU would want to pick up a win here so that they could definitely secure their playoff spot with their 6th win.
This is DLSU Viridis Arcus versus MCL Malayan Warlocks going on here. So it is going to be not as heavy as you said. The standings right now, MCL is ranked 2-6 right now. As for DLSU, they caught up with a pack pretty quickly. 5-3, which put them at tie with the other third placers at last week. Of course, that's going to change today. All that's going to change. So I'm going to be very excited to see how DLSU continues performing.
Yeah, and you mentioned the standings here, but this could very easily change. I mean, considering the way both these teams play, you'd argue that DLSU are definitely the favorites for this specific match. But who knows? Maybe MCL could play spoiler to DLSU today.
Definitely. They have to hope for that, at least get a little bit more for their standings, but it is going to be very difficult. But looking at this, it's just right now DLSU is in a pretty good spot here, considering how well they've been performing, how strong they can adapt to these changes, especially at 8.11, expecting that DLSU can pull off some pretty serious adaptations to how quickly the meta changes. Like in 8.10, it was so different. In 8.11, there's also a lot of changes in base stats and items as well.
Yeah, you mentioned patch 8.11, and I was talking with Arctic about this earlier, where LVL teams tend to not adapt as quickly to the meta. Yung tipong they just go standard AD carry bot lane. But 8.11, like you mentioned, I see this in other competitive regions such as the OPL, where they'd actually go bruiser bot lane, where they pick 2 melee champions instead of going the standard AD carry route. But knowing these players, Mirmo, he's very popular as an AD carry, so it's still up in the air whether DLSU would want to go the non-standard route of playing the game.
I think it's very possible. Knowing how Mirmo plays, he does want to get in there, so possibly getting a melee would not be out.
You say that as if you have insider info. That's not fair. It's like you looked at their pick and ban phase and you already know what's going to happen, which I for sure, hindi ko alam yung mangyayari sa pick and ban phase nila. Ewan ko lang dito kay Atlas, pero since nag-zoom in na yung camera sa amin, mga papasok na nga tayo sa pick and ban phase, the third game of the day. DLSU on the blue side, laban sa MCL on the red side.
Definitely going to be very interesting here. DLSU going to ban out the Jana for their first one.
Okay, one thing to note here, MCL are gonna lose 2 of their bans due to some emergency subs, but dalawang ban lang, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's 2 bans.
Pagdating sa pick and ban phase, it's just a massive strategic advantage for DLSU, but it really doesn't matter.
You just have to play around that a little bit. They are using 2 of the regular subs, but since a third member couldn't come, they had to put in an emergency sub, which caused them these bans. Let's see how they play around this.
Yeah, of course, DLSU also have a sub of their own. Pilio has been moved from reserve to the sub spot. He's playing instead of Ventus today, so Mirmo and Pilio actually go way back. These players, they know each other, they know each other's playstyle, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a really nice synergy between the two.
Definitely. Banning out the Jax for this third one after MCL just getting the Singe out of the way. They want to nerf Singed here. That's for DLSU, picking up the Lucian for the first one. Pretty strong in 8.11.
Yeah, I think Lucian has been rising in priority as far as AD carries go, especially since the new Essence Review really gave him a new buff, and some nice changes to the pricing of key items on Lucian definitely helps him come back into the meta. But Lucian's still up in there. This could be a flex pick. Mirmo does play a lot of Lucian, but we have seen Lucian mid in competitive play. Lucian top even. Of course,
Pretty
the famous
flexible
Lucian top
indeed.
from Huni. Still pretty much flex pick, but Draven for sure gonna go to Chaser in the bot lane.
That is the most likely outcome for this Draven. As for MCL, Graves is still a pretty strong jungler in this patch. It's very strong for them to pick that up as DLSU prioritizes the Lucian. We'll see how DLSU responds to this.
Yeah, and speaking of strong junglers on this patch, Talia has been one of the really popular junglers. The changes to her passive as well as her base movement speed really allows her to move through the jungle quickly, and her clear speed isn't that bad. She can actually clear pretty fast and match the Graves in terms of how much priority she can get from that jungle, but still pretty much up in there, but most likely gonna go to the jungle.
Very flexible and very health clear as well comes from this Talia. Just DLSU locking in the Irelia as well.
You know,
so just flexing all around.
DLSU are picking up so many power picks here. Parang lahat na lang ng OP sa patch na to na nakalista na kuha nila. They got the Lucian, probably gonna build Essence Reaver, super broken combo. Irelia, still disgusting mobility. Talia, the strongest jungler. I'd say she's the strongest jungler this patch. So many OP picks going over to the side of DLSU. And you know the interesting thing? Hindi pa rin natin alam kung anong lane sila pupunta.
It's just very flexible. Can just really plays mind games against MCL here. Of course, MCL, they're picking relatively safe for the jungle. Probably for the mid lane or top lane for this Swain.
Yeah, we're gonna head into the second phase of banning here, and the support pool of Avenir might be pinched here by DLSU, as yun na lang yung role na alam ng DLSU na hindi pa pinipick netang MCL. They know the Swain is gonna go to a solo lane. They know the Graves is gonna go to the jungle. Alam natin na yung Draven gonna go to an AD carry. But it's very interesting that MCL are also deciding to pinch themselves here. Banning out 2 supports actually, so really making the pool of Avenir a bit smaller.
Well, we're gonna have to see how they actually respond to those bans as well as their own. Because yeah, that is a lot of support bans. 5 in total actually. Nami is a possibility. Could go well with the Draven, but
yeah, let's get some Bard.
Bard.
Nice.
Some Bard action.
I like Bard. I like Bard. Guys, for you watching, I actually main Bard. If you check my account, he's the highest mastery champion. I really enjoy playing Bard, and I'm so happy we get to see Bard now. Speaking of champs that are very, very interesting, I saw Yasuo hover Atlas. Can we see Yasuo?
Yasuo can actually be picked up in this 8.1.
Yes!
Ooh, they do lock it
yes.
in. That
oh
is
my god, this is super good.
This is still flexy.
From DLSU.
This is so flexy.
We still don't know where all of these champions are going.
DLSU is just flexing every muscle in their body right now.
Nautilus. Okay, if they do lock in Nautilus, we know that's going to support. Because none of the other champions are... Okay.
They do lock it in. That's a pretty reliable
point in
play.
The question now is where the Lucian goes. Because we mentioned 8.11, some teams would run double Bruiser bot lane. And looking at DLSU, they can send either Irelia or Yasuo to the bot lane.
It's going to be so nutty if either of those get to the bot lane. Can do a lot of damage. MCL picking up... Yeah, they will pick up the Fiora for the top lane.
You know, the fact that DLSU's draft looks like this kind of overshadows what MCL has locked in.
I know.
Look, Fiora being locked in here. MCL probably gonna go for a split push strat, much like TUP earlier, but all of my eyes are on DLSU at this moment. I just want to see where each champion will go, because they're currently swapping it around, and anyone on this team can practically play these champions. They're all very flexible players.
Yeah, and just right now, switching them around, seeing how MCL could throw them off here.
Give Mirmo the Irelia. Do it.
Oh man.
Give Mirmo the Irelia.
That is going to be quite the show.
Kailangan nilang gawing double melee yung bot lane nila.
Yasuo could also work. Yasuo could also work.
Either way, it'd be so fun to watch, Atlas. It'd be so fun to watch.
It's going to be very strong. Level 6 is just going to be absolutely monstrous. No matter which bot laners they go with.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around this, honestly. But is that locked in? Is that final?
It seems like
I think they're going to give Mirmo Irelia.
That is going to be quite the show here.
Okay.
Oh man, they do lock it in finally here.
It's as if we didn't know that the Irelia was going to go bot lane. But if I recall correctly, I was able to tune in to Mirmo's stream. He actually streams on Twitch. And he does play a bit of Irelia. So definitely has the ability to play this champion. But very interesting to see Mirmo on a champion that isn't ranged.
It is going to be quite a show for this one. And just overall, it's very strong picks coming from British Arcus. Their draft was interesting. And I think they've got a lot of power picks. In part, MCL was kind of pinched because they lost those 2 bans, so they have to give some priority to DLSU, especially since they were on blue side. But of course, let's get right into it. Let's see how all this plays out in DLSU Veritas Arcus versus MCL Malayan Warlocks.
Yeah, why are we looking at Yasuo? I want to look bot lane. Yes!
Going for
Show us the
Aviator.
Irelia. Oh man, I'm so happy. This is what I wanted to see today. I wanted to see a team actually go for this 8.11 strat where you go no AD carry bot lane. Now,
Ooh, this is cheeky come from MCL.
I don't think Spring would want to
But, yeah.
face check that.
I don't think DLSU is going to fall for that one, but seems like MCL is just lying in wait like a tiger ready to pounce.
So let's go ahead and talk about this bot lane once again, right? It's a double melee bot lane. They have... Okay, hold that thought. They're going for an
Ooh.
invade.
Going for Pilio, it doesn't seem like they can actually get the pull on him with Stellar. Seems
Yeah, he's
like
gonna-
that is just
He's
gonna
gonna peace out. Esper gonna check the bush. Nobody's in there though.
Mm.
Okay, going back to this bot lane, right? It's a double melee bot lane. MCL do have an AD carry, so in terms of DPS, I think you'd have to give advantage over the team that has Draven. Because in an extended fight, if DLSU aren't able to catch the members of MCL, I think the Draven can run away in terms of DPS, but the damage is massive coming from DLSU.
Definitely. If they get caught by like a dredge line come from Pilio and then Miriam was able to follow up with a stun, that's going to be quite monstrous indeed. And they have a little bit of sustain as well from the Relic Shield if they upgrade that.
No, it's a very easy setup in the bot lane. Kung pag-iisipan mo mabuti, if Pilio can land the hook, easily stuns him, Mirmo could chain that into the dancing blades of the Irelia, but they also have to watch out for the poke
Yeah, look at that.
that will come from the double-ranged bot lane of MCL. And, you know, one thing that really stands out is Avenir decided to run Hail of Blades, the new keystone here
Ooh.
on Bard. And what this does, it gives you bonus attack speed for your first 3 attacks against the champion. And this is very effective on Bard because of the way his meeps work. You can easily burst down a target if you have multiple meeps stacked up.
Very good for those short trades Draven would want to participate in as well. So they have that going for them. And it seems like the junglers here, seeing like Suzuya wanting to steal some Raptors from Esper.
And Suzuya knows that Talia would... The path for Talia would be generally buff and then another buff and then to Gromp. So Suzuya knowing this, since Talia is so popular, some junglers would have a read on how she decides to path. Actually steals away 1 camp from the Talia.
There's definitely no way Atalia is going to go Raptors in their first clear. After they changed the Q as well, removing AoE damage, definitely having the path there. It seems like Esper might go for something on this red buff. They will see each other. Suzuya is not
There's a shove.
hit by any of those, as well as Seismic Shove also does not connect. Seems like Suzuya still wants to stick around. Vision of the Empire does not connect as well. Just a little bit of fire support coming from Stellar, but it seems like they will just back off.
Yeah, Esper a bit off with his aim right there with the Talia
Still
Q.
trying to
Still
go for
going
it.
go for the
Really,
special.
really aggressive here, making sure that Suzuya does not get the most of his resources. But this is taking Esper's time as well. What is he getting out of this?
Suzuya's losing his Raptors.
Yeah,
He's gotta get the
Raptors,
trade
slowly.
out of this. And Suzuya hasn't even secured his red buff. Esper would be very happy to just battle ward.
Yeah. Ooh, steals it away with a smite. A little bit of a setback here for Suzuya.
Yeah, but Suzuya will have his smite for the next fight here. Oh, Esper's really trying to fight
Oh,
the Graves
man.
here.
Yeah, smite is not up enough for this red buff, but Esper might still try and go for it with a Seismic Shove. However, Suzuya secures it with a smite.
Yeah, but that's a lot of information given over to DLSU. They were able to track the jungler of MCL for a lot of time there. Now they're going to have a read on where Suzuya can go on this map. And what that does is it gives DLSU enough time to read the jungler of MCL and really try to predict where he can go and avoid the ganks.
Bot lane's probably going to be the path next for Suzuya. Seeing as 2/3 of that. Ooh, Mirmo might go for something here against Chaser. Dredge line does connect, goes in with a Blazer, trying to go and deny some
Whoa.
damage there, but it can flash in and get the first blood with Pilio. Avenir wants to portal in and leave that fallout behind.
I'd say portal out, Atlas. That's definitely
Yeah.
a portal out. Pilio not going to want to follow that since they knew that Suzuya would definitely go towards the bottom side of the map. Chaser does have his teleport to get back to lane, but man, it did mention the all-in damage coming from the double melee bot lane. if MCL don't survive, they're in a really, really difficult spot.
Even with the initial miss on the stun coming from
It
Mirmo.
didn't matter.
Yeah, it didn't matter because
They had
after the
pointed
dredge
click.
line, yeah, definitely. Seems like that is going to be the case here.
Tornado is building up a bit of a CS lead over Lucis in the top lane. This is going to be a very annoying matchup for the Fiora because normally in a melee-to-melee matchup, Fiora really thrives. She's able to close the gap and proc all those vitals, but Karna will be able to kite away with this Lucian.
As the saying goes, never bring a sword to a gunfight. Lucis is having a little bit of trouble here.
Well, he didn't bring a sword. He brought what does she
Floppy
wield on the
banana
skin?
thing.
It's one of those things you see at pools.
Mhm.
One of those floaty stuff.
Yeah, one of those floaties, but seems like one of those toy props, toy swords used for those.
He can't beat laser guns, Atlas. He can't beat what Lucian can bring to this top lane.
Blessed laser guns indeed. As for the mid lane, seems like Spring's actually been trading pretty well against Stellar, leading to this pretty sizable CS difference in the mid lane.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that Spring has priority here. Since he is playing the melee champion, you'd want to think that Stellar would be able to bully the Yasuo out of lane. But he's
Ooh,
been
they
playing.
might go for Suzui here. However, Karna is in a little bit of trouble. Does a calling to push back, loses, and he gets taken down.
That's why you don't bring a sword to a gunfight.
Just get kited, get bursted down there by DLSU.
Yeah, Lucius is not able to close the gap and actually get anything from that. So 2 kills already to DLSU during this early game. It's going heavily in their favor. But I want to see more fights bot lane. I really want to see a nice combo coming from Mirmo and Pilio.
Mirmo and Pilio just waiting for the time to strike here. Get a right.
No.
He's going to be the dredge line onto Chaser here. Stun connects from Mirmo as well. He's going to go in. Pilio takes the kill. Avenir is going to portal out once again.
Deja vu.
It's going to be...
Saw that earlier. And binanggit natin yung setup, Atlas. It's so easy for DLSU's bot lane to find an all-in. And if you think about it, sobrang dali para kay Pilio na i-predict kung saan maglalakad tong Draven na to. Kasi the Draven would want to keep constantly picking up his axes, right? All Pilio has to do is wait for an opening. Once he goes for the axe, toss that dredge line. He's practically stunned for the bit. And the burst from Irelia, just massive damage coming from Mirmo. 3 kills already to DLSU.
That is so strong. And it seems like Pilio tries to go for a roam here. There's a lot of CC lockdown onto Stellar. He's going to get taken down by Ignite possibly. Does get taken down. Avenir and Suzui want to avenge their friend here. Spring going in despite the low health. Flashes away, baits Suzuya. Can Espera finish the job? Not with that low mana and the minions blocking his way.
Yeah, they weren't able to pick up the kill onto Suzuya's Graves, but the damage has been done. They pick up 2 kills onto Stellar and
As for
Avenir,
Karna,
but
he's
top
just going
lane,
to finish off Lucis here possibly, but has to back off.
yeah, the culling still not on cooldown. Karna not able to pick up the kill, but man, DLSU, nice roam by the Nautilus. Going towards the mid lane, they finds the knockup onto Stellar. The damage comes in. Man, DLSU are really playing this early game well.
Just generally the roaming, how the lane phase goes, all in their favor so far at 8 minutes. And that's actually a sizable goal lead for them at this point in the game. They can go and push their lead further if they go for any objectives.
Yeah, and this is how this comp works, Atlas. If you go double Bruiser bot lane, you want to win early game. You want to transition this into a massive mid game and just run away with the game around 20 to 35 minutes. Because if this goes towards the late game, the DPS will be too much to overcome from MCL because they do have 2 marksmen on their team, meaning in extended fights. But hold that thought, it's an all-in.
Connects onto Avenir. He's going to just keep blade surging towards him. Chaser is next. Exhaust pretty much kills any chance of him escaping, and double kill goes to Mirmo.
Mirmo played that perfectly. Did you see the amount of times he reset his dash by properly landing onto the marked targets? Man,
Very
that was
efficient.
really nicely played.
Very efficient, and they'll get so much damage onto this bot lane, possibly first turret as well. Esper around the corner to possibly get a little bit more resources away from Suzuya.
You know, at this point, it feels like DLSU is just styling on MCL. It's quite unlucky for MCL, but man, DLSU are really playing well during this first 10 minutes.
Very quick to adapt indeed. This DLSU team. Seems like Spring might want to go for something against Stellar, but Suzuya, he's going to go for the Gromp here, trying to steal back some resources from DLSU, but that gives Esper and Pilio so much time to get this Ocean Blade.
Yeah, and kung isipin mo, Atlas, ito na yung League of Legends ngayon. There are no more AD carries. They're obsolete. This is how you play the game.
And they might try. Oh, Karna might get taken down. Loses, takes the kill here.
I wonder, I think that was a dive by MCL. Avenir is in a lot of trouble.
Ooh, almost hit that. Just a stone's throw away from taking that kill, but seems like they still want to go for it. Esper really wants this. Chaser, I don't think he wants to be there. Spring around the corner, try and cut him down. He's going to get the Bard ulti on him. Just to save him. He's going to get away. But what about Avenir? He's still stuck under that turret, and that wave is going to
He has to recall.
Yeah, he has to recall here because that wave is going to come.
He has to get it out. No, he's dead.
Hits, and that's just going to be the last breath, and that is Avenir. Last breath indeed. They're going to take this turret very quickly now that all the defenses are gone.
Yeah, rest in peace, MCL's bot lane. Combining for 0, 6, and 0, 11 minutes into this game.
That is very brutal coming from DLSU's bot lane. Just knowing when to engage, just pouncing at every opportunity that MCL shows weakness. Stellar is going to get taken down here. Possibly he's tanking a lot of damage with his demonic ascension. And he lives.
Man, the picks from DLSU are just way too overpowered in my opinion. Now, top lane.
Lucius wants to try and fight him, but now he can't get the gap closed. He'll try and block out a little bit of damage, but Calling is going to cut him down. Chaser might go for a revenge here. He can take this with so much damage, but gets taken down by Whirling Death.
Practically a 2v1 there by Karna, able to burst down the Draven. Oh man, DLSU, they're so far ahead that you need more than one member. If you're MCL, wala ka nang ma-1v1 kahit sino dito sa DLSU. Kahit yung Nautilus, may hirapan silang patayin because they will lack the damage.
Just the speed that Karna can put out the damage, not enough. Since Chaser, those items will not be enough to try and take him down. Yeah, so that's just bad time for MCL.
Speaking of items here, already completed on the side of DLSU. Blade of the Ruined King onto Karna. Trinity Force onto Mirmos Irelia. These are massive power spikes only at 12 minutes into this game. Wala ako nakikitang defensive items aside ng MCL, so the damage will definitely hurt here once they button on DLSU. Mirmo can 2v1 this.
Mirmo can definitely 2v1 this, especially if the stun hits onto Avenir just quickly, making the arena with a Vanguard's Edge. Chaser will be the next target. Suzuya wants to salvage this, but this isn't really the right idea. It's quite squishy, but Piliu's right around the corner to cover his AD carry, or, well, Bruiser bot lane. Seems like Mirmo lives that.
Well, we can still call him an AD carry. That's still technically his role. He is building AD, and he is still a carry. As we saw right there, an easy 2v1. That's just how far ahead DLSU is at this moment. And you saw the power spike, the Trinity Force damage, just massive. MCL's no answer.
Ooh, Lucius can try and outplay this, but not enough damage. Karna shoots him down.
Just too much damage, man. I don't know how any other way we could put it. There's just too much damage coming out from the solid.
Mirmo's going to try and take down Suzuya and Avenir as well. Esper is right around the corner. Might be able to get a lot of damage. Avenir has put himself between a rock and a hard place. Gets taken down. Suzuya and Chaser have to back off. It seems like Spring might take down Stellar here. Last breath takes him down.
Oh man, DLSU are really putting the hurt here on MCL. It's quite unlucky, you know. Already dying 15 times in 13 minutes.
Horrible,
you have to feel for MCL.
Definitely. That is an 11k gold deficit for MCL here. DLSU just keeps flexing on them. Karna just shoots away Lucis. Does not want to face that, especially with items that Karna has.
You know, at this point,
it would be an opportunity. Lucis catches Karna.
Oh, he get baited!
2 turret shots, but not enough. Karna gets shot down once again.
Alam mo, Atlas, at this point, feeling ko may lakad yung DLSU na gusto lang tapusin yung game kagad.
Ooh. Blasted down by Suzuya. But that's just one kill out of many that they need to get back in this game.
Comebacks, at this point, it's really hard story to spin, in my opinion, but you'd want to say you can't count them out, but once a team falls behind around 11, 12k gold, it's kind of difficult.
Early in the game.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult to mount that comeback.
Especially in this composition that just thrives being ahead at this point in the game. So DLSU can just really push their advantage super hard in this one. Just keep going for the dives, keep going for the aggressive plays. They can go for it. They have a lot of margin of error.
I honestly don't want to chalk it up as just a DLSU win, but at this point, I feel like it's just a matter of how long can MCL delay DLSU from winning because they're just that far ahead.
Ooh, almost hitting with a dredge line there. Mirmo right around the corner. They could try and go for him, but Esper
Oh, no.
catch Stellar out. Just one dead Swain right there. Mirmo still going for. Look at the damage coming from the Blade Surge, but it's not enough. Flash does not secure the kill. Pilio goes over Dredge Line onto Suzuya. Seems like that is going to be the case here. Esper is still going for more kills. Wants to go for Suzuya. Pilio is going to try and tank this turret for him. Esper can take this. Look at the damage. Quadra kill goes to Esper.
Yeah, only a quad. Oh, Luz is actually teleporting in. Can he give him the penta?
Is he going to donate this? He's dealing a lot of damage here. Lucis wants to go for the vitals. Gets stunned by the parry and the riposte here. Esper could possibly go for it. Shut down by Lucis, but Spring is here to clean up. That is going to be pretty much an ace coming from DLSU.
If that seismic shove had landed and was not parried by Lucis, that could have been the pentakill for Esper on Jungle Talia. Something I never thought I'd say as a caster, but man, just a great parry there means he can trade the kill now. Spring.
Spring. I think MCL wants some revenge against him. He's going to try and escape. Could possibly take down Avenir, but takes the portal out. And Mirmo's here for the support, and they take him down. Avenir and Suzuya right around the corner. Karna as well wants to really go in for it. Mirmo threatening a lot of damage, just weaving through the waves here. Goes for Chaser, takes him down as well. And there's going to be a free turret for DLSU.
Yeah, so many dashes from Mr. Aurelia. It's really hard to keep track of Mirmo once he gets his dashes reset. Hex Flash, Dredge Line, not going to reach anyone.
Ooh, Rift Herald is going to demolish his base.
Are we going to see a pre-20-minute game in the LVL? I don't know what our quickest game was, but it very much looks like DLSU want to end this as soon as they can.
Seems like it. They're just absolutely brutal, merciless. It seems like Stellar is going to get caught. Demonic Ascension trying to recover some HP. It does help him survive a little bit, but DLSU still knocking at their door here. Can MCL push them back? Seems like DLSU is relentless, clearing out the waves every time. This is just going to make the waves crash in harder onto these turrets, but it seems like DLSU wants to back off for now.
Yeah, they're going to do the safe play here. Probably going to rotate towards the top side of the map. I see a minion wave they can work with towards the top side. There are pings coming down onto it, but right
They
now
want to bait this.
they're doing a party bush, and whoever face checks this would be very, very unlucky.
Oh man, it seems like they're not even going for it. They're just going straight for the aggressive play. Goes onto Stellar. Pilio takes the kill. Spring dashing through. He wants Avenir. He wants Chaser. Can go for the last breath. Does indeed, and Karna finishes off the kill. This is probably going to be game at this point.
Yeah, only 18
very
minutes
quickly cut down
on the clock. DLSU, there's massive damage on everyone. They're not ending?
Oh, they're not ending. It seems like they're satisfied with just the turret. Super safe play, but I really believe that they could have finished the game right there.
It's not nice to play with your food. It's not nice to play with your food. I really think DLSU...
They're still going for these plays. They're still going
Do you want to get on the top 5 highlight plays?
They're just
Oh, I've seen this!
Oh, man.
I've seen this! Oh, they even to Spring!
They're gonna go for Suzuya as well. It seems like Luz is in the thick of the fight. It seems like Avenir in the middle of the arena created by Mirmo, but it seems like he's gonna get taken down by Karna. They want to hunt down the rest of these members. Stun on 2 members. Triple kill goes to Delusion here. Chaser once again. They could go for the Penta here. They're going all in. Spring tagging the turrets here for
Penta?
Oh,
Karna
gets the
pentakill.
pentakill. Man, they really farmed that hard, and it seems like now Karna is satisfied. He's going to go and finish the game on his own.
I love the Talia wall. Okay. I love the use of Talia wall.
Yeah.
I love the pentakill. Pre-20 minutes game, DLSU takes it over MCL.
That was fun to watch. Almost
Okay.
depressing to watch.
Analysis. No. Let's not try to digest that game, because honestly, that was
That's
a bit
just
too one-sided
that's a
to try.
beatdown.
Yeah. But I really like the Talia wall. Shout
that
out.
was like, yeah.
Shoutout sa kaibigan ko si Enzo. Siya nagpakita sa akin nun eh. He was on this team with Mirmo as well, and he did it in a tournament where they all hopped over the Talia wall. So shoutout sa
Yeah,
kanya.
DLSU was like, breach, and they just crashed in
Yes.
the door.
That was very fun though. That was a very fun game to watch. Very fun to cast as well. So, okay, here, we get to see a replay. This is a great play. Kaso, Spring missed pa siya. He doesn't get it by the wall.
Guys, I'm still here. Has to walk all the
hello?
way.
Yasuo kasi siya kaya ganun.
Yeah. He just wants to stay back and let the wind carry him through.
Oh yeah, there was
Eventually
also a
reaches the fight.
pentakill in this game, by the way. Nakapenta nga pala si Karna. In case people missed it, here it is, the pentakill, the well-dived pentakill. Just give it to me, guys. Pilio commits to this.
Yeah, they
Everyone
just
at
all go for
DLSU.
it.
Like, we don't care about our KDAs. Let's just give Karna a pentakill.
At this point, it's all over but the crying, and DLSU takes us down.
Yeah, but
What a blood
that's the
game.
LVL for you guys.
What a bloodbath.
This is a normal League of Legends game.
This is the future of League of Legends.
This is the future of League of Legends. Most competitive games will look like that. Just give it a few months once other regions begin. But yeah, congratulations once again to DLSU picking up that win, securing their playoff spot.
Definitely. That's just very well played from DLSU, but of course, that's not going to be our last match for today. We still have more esports action for you guys after a short break. We've been your shoutcasters for this third game. I'm Atlas. With me was Chisto, and we'll be seeing you in a short break.
Meaning an extended fight,
They
but
wanna
hold that
go
thought.
for
It's
it.
an all-in.
Connects onto Avenir. He's going to just keep play surging towards him. Chaser is next. Exhaust pretty much kills any chance of him escaping and double kill Avenir, but takes the portal out. And Mirmo's here for the support, and they take him down. Avenir and Suzuya right around the corner. Karna as well wants to really go in for it. Mirmo threatening a lot of damage, just weaving through the waves here. Goes for Chaser, takes him down.
I've seen this.
Oh, man.
I've seen this. Oh, they want to spring.
They're gonna go for Suzuya as well. It seems like Luz is in the thick of the fight. It seems like Avenir in the middle of the arena created by Mirmo, but it seems like he's gonna get taken down by Karna. They want to hunt down the rest of these members. Stun on 2 members. Triple kill goes to Delusion here. Chaser once
Penta?
again. They could go for the Penta here. They're going all in. Spring tagging the turrets here for
Penta?
Karna.
Oh, it's a
Karna gets the
pentakill.
pentakill. Man, they really farmed that hard, and it seems like now Karna is satisfied. He's gonna go and finish the game on his own.
I love the Talio. Okay. I love the use of Talio.
Yeah.
I love the pentakill. Pre-20 minutes game, DLSU takes it over MCL.